Thank you to be right back. We are here in Event TV set with Dan Zarella. You know, he's his social media scientist and published already 4 books on the social media matter. How are you, Dan?
I'm wonderful. Just had a great talk at the conference, and I'm excited. Went well.
Yeah, and let's talk about it, because you were talking about social media and the impact of enterprises. How can you develop that idea? You know, the impact of social media in the enterprise.
On enterprise and large-scale businesses. Yeah, I think one of the most important things for social media in large businesses is for the marketing people to understand that social media is a way of life. It's something that you should think about when you're doing anything in marketing. If you're making a new kind of content, if you're got a new challenge, if you got a new product, if you got some of these things out, as a marketing person, you got to think about every moving part in the enterprise. How can I communicate that on social media? How can I make content about that? How can I make really interesting, in a lot of cases visual, hopefully, content about this and post that to social media?
Okay, and you said there that content is the king, but not the conversation. Why not? If we are conversating, we are talking about that subject, you are getting in touch with the things that I know about it. Why is not as important as the contents in it?
So my point isn't that conversation is not important. My point is that when you're talking about building reach and making sales or generating leads, content is what does that. Generally, right? Content is how you get more followers on Twitter, how you get more likes on Facebook. Conversation is awesome, but content is really what's going to move the bottom lines that you're concerned about in marketing as a marketing person.
Great, and you talk about being visual, because it's like you were really like strong about it. Visual. Why be so visual, and how can I, if I'm not have a visual enterprise, let's talk about finance, banking or whatever, how can I be visual?
So as an example, I used to work for a company called HubSpot. HubSpot sells software. It's not a particularly visual concept. And so rather than try to take pictures of the product, or if you worked in banking, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't take a picture of a bank account. But so what you can take a picture of is the people that run your bank account, the people that make your financial decisions for you, or the people that make the marketing software for you. So the reason I think visual content is so important is that humans are visual creatures, right? We like going to social media to see pictures of our friends, see pictures of what our friends are doing, and showing the human side of a company that might not be visual otherwise is a really interesting way to become visual.
Yeah, you can connect better with your clients, right? All right, we were with Dan Zarella. He's a social media scientist and published already 4 books about the subject. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.